Welcome back, Old Charles. In today's video, we're diving deep into the history, condition, and current value of the 1983 United States quarter dollar. If you've got one of these in your collection or pocket change, you might be holding something more valuable than you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on exciting coin content. Let's start with a little background. The 1983 quarter belongs to the Washington Quarter Series, which began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin features a bust of Washington on the obverse side. In 1983, the U.S. Mint produced these quarters in two major locations, Philadelphia and Denver, but here's something special. No proof coins were made for collectors that year due to a halt in mint set production. That means most of the 1983 quarters that exist today were heavily circulated, making high-grade examples very rare. There are two main versions of the 1983 quarter. 1983 P***, minted in Philadelphia, with no mint mark. Over 673 million were made. 1983 D***, minted in Denver, with a D mint mark. Over 617 million were produced. Although these numbers are huge, finding a 1983 quarter in uncirculated or near mint condition is extremely tough, because again, no mint sets were released that year. So, why is the 1983 quarter worth more than face value? It all comes down to condition and rarity in mint state. Because most 1983 quarters were used in everyday transactions, examples in MS-65 or higher grades are considered scarce. In fact, a 1983 P quarter graded MS-67 by PCGS sold for over $1,500 at auction. Even a lightly circulated coin in XF or AU condition can fetch $2 to $10, depending on the market and demand. Now here's where it gets exciting: error coins. Keep an eye out for these off-center strikes, coins where the design is misaligned. Point 2. Double die obverse, DDO, especially noticeable in the word Liberty or the date. Point 3. Clipped planchets, coins with a portion missing from the edge. Point 4. Struck on wrong planchet, for example, if it's lighter or heavier than 5.67 grams, get it checked. These errors can easily push the value of your 1983 quarter up to hundreds of dollars. Depending on how dramatic the error is, use a 10x magnifying glass to check for doubling or mint mark issues. Weigh the coin on a digital scale. It should be around 5.67 grams. Look at the coin's condition. Is there luster? Are the details sharp? If you think it's rare, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Important: never clean your coins. It reduces their value dramatically. Let's sum up the current market value of the 1983 quarter as of 2025. Circulated condition: $0.25 to $1 XF to AU condition $2 to $10 MS-65 or higher, uncirculated, $25 to over $100 rare errors or MS-67 plus examples $500 to over $1. 500 collectors are paying top dollar for well-preserved 1983 quarters, especially from original rolls or old change jars. So, there you have it. The 1983 U.S. quarter might look ordinary, but with the right condition or error, it can be extraordinarily valuable. The 1983 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter Series, which began in 1932. The series was introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, while the reverse shows an eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath it. But what makes the year 1983 especially interesting in U.S. coin history? Due to budget cuts and changes at the U.S. Mint, no official mint sets were released in 1982 or 1983. This meant collectors couldn't get fresh, uncirculated examples directly from the mint. As a result, most 1983 quarters were used in everyday circulation, making high-grade examples very hard to find today. The Philadelphia Mint produced about 673 million quarters, while the Denver Mint made around 617 million. Even though these mintage numbers are high, nearly all coins entered circulation and were used extensively. That's why uncirculated 1983 quarters are rare and highly desirable among collectors. BY 1983, U.S. quarters were made of copper-nickel clad composition, a copper core sandwiched between two layers of nickel. These clad coins replaced the 90% silver quarters that had been discontinued in 1965. Because the early 1980s were a period of cost-cutting and rapid production, the quality control was not always consistent. This has led to some interesting and valuable error coins from 1983, including off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and double-die obverse. In summary, the 1983 Washington quarter might look ordinary, but because of its unique history, no mint sets, heavy circulation, and high-grade scarcity, it has become a significant year in modern U.S. coin collecting. When it comes to the 1983 quarter, condition is everything. It plays a major role in determining the coin's value and collectability. Let's break down the key grades and conditions collectors use. Most 1983 quarters you find in pocket change or old coin jars will be circulated. These coins show visible wear and tear, smooth surfaces, faded lettering, and worn-out details on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, a 67 and above ***, virtually flawless, often worth hundreds or even over $1,000 at auction value range $**$10 to over $1,500 depending on the grade and mint mark. Some 1983 quarters with minting errors can also be valuable, even in circulated condition. Examples include off-center strikes *****, double dies, clipped planchets struck on wrong planchet ****. These errors are judged based on clarity, severity of the mistake, and overall appeal value range $20 to several $100s or more depending on the error. Do not clean your coin ***. Cleaning lowers its value. Store high-grade examples in protective holders to preserve condition. Get your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC if you think it might be rare. Because so few 1983 quarters survived in mint condition, well-preserved or uncirculated examples are highly sought after by collectors. Even a slightly better than average 1983 quarter could be worth more than face value. Let's talk about the most exciting part. How much is the 1983 quarter really worth? The answer depends on three big things: condition, mint mark, and errors. Clipped planchets, $20 to $100 struck on wrong planchet ***, can sell for $500 or more depending on rarity. If you find a 1983 quarter with anything unusual, it's worth having it examined by a coin expert or getting it certified. If your 1983 quarter is graded and authenticated by a top-tier grading service like PCGS or NGC, its market value can increase dramatically. PCGS MS67, 1983, P$800 to $1,500 PCGS MS67, 1983. D$400 to $800 coins with rare errors, up to several $1,000s, depending on type and grade. If you've got a 1983 quarter, don't overlook it. Even though millions were made, high-grade or error coins are rare and can fetch impressive prices. Always check for sharp details, unusual features, and keep an eye out for Philadelphia coins in exceptional shape. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin replaced the standing Liberty quarter and features Washington's portrait on the obverse, front, and a heraldic eagle on the reverse, back. From its launch until 1998, this design remained mostly unchanged, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Now, let's zoom in on the year 1983. And why quarters from this year are so interesting to collectors today. In both 1982 and 1983, the U.S. Mint did not issue official uncirculated mint sets ***. This was due to budget constraints and shifts in mint policy. That means the only way to get a 1983 quarter was through circulation, unlike most years where collectors could buy pristine coins directly from the mint. This caused a big issue. Most 1983 quarters were used in everyday transactions and got heavily worn. As a result, uncirculated or high-grade 1983 quarters are extremely rare today. In 1983, quarters were minted in two locations: Philadelphia Mint ***, no mint mark, over 673 million coins produced; Denver Mint ***, D, mint mark. Over 617 million coins produced. No quarters were struck at the San Francisco Mint for general circulation, and no proof quarters were made for collectors. Even though more than 1 billion quarters were made, the lack of uncirculated sets meant very few were preserved in mint condition ***. The early 1980s were marked by economic challenges in the U.S., including inflation and budget tightening. These factors affected U.S. mint operations, reducing collector programs and focusing on cost-effective production. The U.S. Mint had also transitioned completely to copper-nickel-clad coins by this point, post-1965, meaning the 1983 quarter contains no silver. It has a copper core with a nickel outer layer, weighing about 5.67 grams. For many years, the 1983 quarter was overlooked as just another modern coin. But as time passed, collectors realized that finding high-grade examples was surprisingly difficult. In recent decades, this has made the 1983 quarter, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, a key modern date for serious Washington quarter collectors. Some examples in MS-67 condition or higher have fetched over $1,000 at auction, making them one of the most valuable modern quarters without silver content. Introduced as part of the long-running Washington Quarter Series, no U.S. mint sets in 1983 equals very few preserved in uncirculated condition, over 1.29 billion made, but most were heavily circulated, now considered a modern key date in the Washington Quarter Series. High-grade and era coins from 1983 are in high demand today. Conclusion: why the 1983 quarter matters. The 1983 United States quarter dollar might look ordinary at first glance, but its history is full of unique circumstances that make it valuable today. The absence of mint sets, high circulation use, and rarity in top condition has transformed this coin from pocket change into a modern collectible gem.